In this lesson, you will manually lay out piping to create a closed-loop system. Click the menu browser and select Open. And from the Training Files Imperial Mechanical Systems folder, open the file RME Mech Piping 04. In the project browser, under HVAC Design 3D Views, double-click 3D HVAC Building. Then click the View tab, and from the Windows panel, click Tile Windows. Then adjust the view in both windows to see the connections on the boiler. Then, in the 3D view, draw a selection window around the elbow fitting and the small piece of pipe connecting into the boiler return connector. Then, click Delete. Then, in the plan view, select the section of piping as shown and move it up 4 inches. Then, clear the selection, and in the 3D view, select the boiler. Then, from the Layout panel, click Connect Into. In the Select Connector dialog, select Connector 2 and click OK. Then, select the Return Pipe Riser. Next, we'll connect the primary base-mounted pump to the boiler. In the plan view, select the boiler. Then, right-click the top grip that represents the supply connector and click Draw Pipe. On the element panel, click the Change Element Type drop-down and select Standard under Pipe Types. Then, press the spacebar to acquire offset and pipe diameter values from the connector. Then, move the cursor to the right and type 2 feet and press Enter. Then, on the options bar for offset, enter 1 foot 7 inches. Then, add another 2-foot section of pipe to the right. Then, move the cursor down and click just before the midway point on the primary base-mounted pump. Then, press Escape twice and notice in the 3D view that the specified offset dropped the horizontal run down. In the plan view, select the primary base-mounted pump, which is the top one, and from the Layout panel drop-down, select Connect Into. In the Select Connector dialog, select Connector 2 and click OK. Then, select the last segment of pipe you drew. Then, zoom in to the elbow fitting and select it and click the bottom plus symbol to upgrade it from an elbow to a T. Then select the T fitting and right-click the bottom connector and click Draw Pipe. Then zoom out until you can see the base-mounted pump and move the cursor down until the alignment indicates that it's at the intersection of the base-mounted pump and click. Then move the cursor to the right, and when the connector point displays, click to connect to the pump. Then press Escape. Then, if necessary, zoom out in the 3D view to see the new connections. And back in the plan view, select the primary base-mounted pump. Then, right-click the discharge connector and click Draw Pipe. On the options bar for offset, enter 4 feet. Then move the cursor down until it joins the connector point on the secondary base-mounted pump and click to create the pipe. Then press Escape, and in the 3D view, zoom into the elbow fitting on the left or secondary base mounted pump, and using the method previously learned, upgrade the fitting to a T-connector. Then, back in the plan view, select the T-connector, right-click its bottom control, and click Draw Pipe. Then, move the cursor straight down and enter 1 foot. Then, on the options bar, for offset, enter 9 feet 6 inches. Then, zoom out and move the cursor down and click the point at the intersection and vertical with the pipe shown. Then, click Modify. Next, you will physically connect the cooling tower piping to propagate flow. In the 3D view, select the cooling tower. Then, click the Modify tab, and from the Edit panel, click the Extend drop-down and select Trim Extend Multiple Elements. Then, in the plan view, select the supply pipe, then the upper pipe going to the cooling tower, which is the inlet, and then the lower pipe, the outlet. Press Escape. Then, close the project file without saving it, as the next lesson will provide its own training file, and that concludes this lesson.